Hey everybody, Muddy Al Capone's here, and welcome to episode 4 of our Minecraft 1.15 Survival Let's Play. In our last episode, we finished working on the frame of our house, got a little bit of the interior done. I'm sure at some point we're going to want to come back and detail that, but I think what I'm going to do with today's episode is actually do a little bit of exploring. And also I think I want to try and rectify our food situation. So I ran out of meat off camera before I started recording, and I think I need to start working on a farm. Long term, obviously, I want to get cows and a better source of food going, but in the short term, I think I want to maybe do something with those pumpkins I found and just get some wheat going too. I mean, wheat's always going to be useful. Even if I'm not eating bread, I can use that to breed the cows. I can use that to lure things, so I definitely need to get some wheat going. Made myself a wooden hoe here, and I'm trying to decide where I should put this. So I think what I want to do is, as I start building other structures than my starting house in this world, I want to kind of build them in this forest over here in various places and kind of have things spread out a little bit. So instead of one really tightly packed area, it'll be a little bit of a walk, but I think I can use the forest to my advantage and make something that looks really good that's spread out like that. So let's look for a good area for our wheat field. I think having this on the outskirts is probably okay, and I'll probably do a larger, better one later. In the short term, I just really need to get a source of wheat going. So let's go ahead and use the existing terrain to our advantage. I'm going to go ahead and fill in this little divot here with water, and then we'll start hoeing some of the ground around it, and then plant some seeds. So let's start here. And I'll come back and make something nicer later, but I think it's okay to just play with what the game gives you as far as some of these starter farms and things like that. We got an infinite water block there, so we'll just pull from over here. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, that's good for now. And it looks like we're kind of like right on the edge of where the biome transitions. We've got the taiga grass color here and the plains grass color here. And wheat will take a while to grow. I'm not in any real hurry. I'm going to go hunt a few animals after this, so I'm not counting on the wheat to keep me fed, but it'll definitely be good to get it started before we go do that. So just filling in this area. Oof, man, those wooden tools go away fast. And 1, 2, there we go. And it's gone. So let's get some wheat seeds planted. Get our nice little advancement there. I definitely, one of the things I want to do in this world is try and get as many advancements as possible. I've never really gone after that. There's some of them that I'm probably just never going to do. I'm not gonna claim that I'm going to be a completionist about it, but I would like to get some of them. I think it's kind of fun to play that game, get those advancements. Definitely a nice thing that they added into the game to give you a little bit of a sense of accomplishment as you go along. Alright, so not a ton of seeds, but that's okay. We'll plant some of what we got, and then let's run back to our chest over here, and I'm going to grab that sugarcane too and plant that on the bank of the river. Sugarcane is also something that I'll do a real farm of later, but for now I just want to get something going. And actually, while I'm here, I realized since I am going to need wood for... Is it already getting nighttime? Alright, let us grab our bed, and we'll take that with us. Since we're at spawn, I don't have to worry about dying without the spawn point set. But I don't want to have to keep running back and forth to sleep. So I'm going to take our bed with us while we explore. And just like that, it is getting to be nighttime. So we'll just sleep out in the open air. Do a little camping. Very nice. And I realized that what I want to do is, if I'm going to need a lot of wood later, it makes sense to plant some large spruce trees. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think they'll grow in the plains biome too, so just plant some like so. If they don't, that's fine as well. I mean, there's plenty of spruce around, but I don't want these to actually stay up. I'm just going to cut these down as they grow. I do like the look of the large spruce trees, but I want to use it really sparingly. I don't want it to be kind of everywhere. They're cool, but sometimes they can look out of place if you go too heavy on it. Then you can do tricks like planting them at a lower level so that when they actually grow up, they kind of make a nice contrast to the other trees that are already at a higher level. So I might do some stuff like that. But that's down the road when I am more focused on doing pretty things in the world as opposed to just getting what I need to stay alive. Yeah, I don't know if those will all grow or if they're spread out enough, but that's fine. My hunger's definitely going down, so let's work on that next. So I'll plant one more of these. And I'm going to plant the sugarcane, and then we're going to go hunting for some cows and sheep. I guess I don't want to kill everything out there. I definitely want to lead some back once I have some wheat. So I'm going to be selective about what I pick off. I've got those going. And actually, while I'm here, I'm going to get a squid as well. Come on, buddy. Wow. There we go. One of the things I'd like to do is, I think the recipe is a book, a feather, and an ink sac, and you can make a journal that you can write in. I've never actually done that before, but I think it would be fun to record some of the interesting things that I find in my world, like write down the coordinates. You know, if I find shipwrecks and villages and mine shafts and strongholds, or just anything interesting, really. Just have a little journal about what I'm seeing, what I'm doing in my world. So right now I'm obviously gathering some coal. We were running out of it. I was switching over to charcoal in a previous episode, so having extra coal is always nice. I always tend to underestimate how much I need. It's one of those resources that when you're walking around in a cave, you just ignore sometimes, you know, especially once you think you have a lot of it. And then I do that, and inevitably I kind of end up wishing that I had more. So we're walking along that river that we saw in the first episode when we were exploring. Lots of squid there. I don't think I'm going to connect this over to our bay, but I will try and use, because from our bay we can sail out into the ocean and then sail around onto the river. When I walk back the other way, I'll go to the end of it, but off camera I went down this river the other day and I saw that it doesn't connect to the ocean right now. I'm going to have to do a little bit of digging, but it looks like it should, so it'll be very natural in the world. And I really want to make sure that I have an easy way to get onto this river by boat, because, you know, it's fine to walk and run along the river, but boats are faster, boats don't use hunger. So long term, when I want to get over to this part of the world, I want to have a little boat highway made. Because I think what I want to do is turn this part of the world into our main area. So that's going to be like our kind of starter base. But then as we build, you know, mills and farms and a vineyard and a tavern and things like that, we'll do that over here. We've got this really cool plains area. And then if I swim over to shore here, painfully slow. Man, my hunger is really dipping. I hope we find a cow or something soon. So as we get over here towards the main area, I wish I could run to show you faster, but we're going to have to settle for walking. There's a little, oh, there's some cows, perfect. There's like a little lip raise up, and then we get into this hills biome. I think that's Extreme Hills. And that biome has kind of like a flat area up there at the top of that plateau. And that's where we could build like a town or a city or something. So you have kind of like the more urban, like city center area up there, maybe a castle on top of that mountain right there. And then the fields and farms here at the base of that. So, sorry, Mr. Cow. And I think it'll be okay even if I do end up killing all the cows in this area, because I'm pretty sure the way that respawns work is there's a minimum number of, or there's like a maximum number of friendly mobs in an area, and when you kill them it just gets replaced with something else. So if we kill these cows, we might come back and find sheep, we might come back and find horses, but then we can just repeat that as necessary until we get what we need, such as more cows. And what do I want to do? Do I want to make a furnace right now and start cooking up this food? I really don't have a lot. Well, I feel like 10 beef is going to be enough for our exploring today, so I am going to go ahead and head back. It actually looks like we might be able to get 1 or 2 more cows on the way. So, already been down there? Maybe. Oh, this is cool. There's like a lot of little half surface caves here in the forest area. When we do a caving episode, which I think might be the episode after this, we're going to explore around our immediate area in this episode above ground, and do a little bit of farm planting. And then I think in the next episode what we'll do is do some caving and see if we can get some more iron, some gold, some redstone, everything we need. Maybe some diamonds. Ooh, we got a fox here. I think foxes like berries. Hey, buddy. I know you can tame foxes, but I think it's harder than... Ooh, what is that effect on him? Is that like, is he sick or something? Or is that potion effect? Oh! Does he like me? He's purring? Hey, buddy. Take a nice little screenshot of that. Cute. You sleeping for me? Hey, bud. Okay. Alright. Oh, and he's running away. Alright. Yeah, I think you can breed foxes, but you can't, you don't keep the fox themselves. They have to have kids, and the kids are tamed. Which is kind of neat. Foxes are one of my favorite animals. I think it'd be really cool to try and tame a fox at some point, have a pet fox. If that's possible, I'll have to double check, but I think it is. Okay. So hunger continues to dwindle as I head back to base. So this is part of the forest that is by our spawn point, but we're at a higher elevation. I think we're on an elevation with where we spawned into the world, and then it drops down to sea level, closer to where we are. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if I go back this way, we're gonna drop down near where our house is. So long. Oh, and we got one of our trees. Great. The only thing I don't like about these is when you plant them, they turn the ground around them into that color as well, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it is what it is. Aha, we got another one over there too. That's a cool one. No, but I can always like replace that later. But yeah, longer view, we're going to have paths going through this forest to different little buildings that do different things, like maybe a little blacksmith, maybe our library where we do our enchanting. And it'll be, it'll be all the things that you would have in your base area, just spread out a little bit. So let me pause for a sec and cook up that steak, and then when I come back, we'll do some exploring. Alright, so we've got ourselves 16 pieces of steak, 1 cooked pork chop, I made an iron sword, and I think we're ready to start doing some exploring. I'm going to head out to the ocean, and then I'm going to head to the right up the coast a bit towards that dark oak forest we saw. I think it would be neat to... I'm not going to do a ton of chopping there. I just want to get enough to get some saplings so that I can bring them back if I want to get some dark oak wood later on. And we'll make some boats. Boats do not stack, that's right. Yeah, so let us go explore. So yeah, here we are sailing around. Actually, this is the first time we've been on the water in our bay. So we've got a nice little bay here. And then there's 2 holes over here under this earth feature and a little secluded cubby over there. This will probably have a path going around this way to get out on foot. And then I'm going to widen this a little bit for our boat so we can get out to the ocean a little bit easier, because it is definitely too tight right now. And let's go ahead and finally get that shipwreck, because that has been teasing us for 3 other episodes now. So I'm going to swim down there and see what we've got. Can I hop on top of my boat? Yes. Let me grab a picture of that real quick. Very nice. It's always fun exploring shipwrecks. I don't know if I'm going to look for the buried treasure right now. I kind of want to slow roll it. For now, we might just dive down and see what's in the chests. So let's start with that. Most shipwrecks, as some of you guys probably know, have 3 treasure chests. 1 in the back, 2 in the front. Some potatoes, some stew, some leggings. Nothing great there, that's alright. Let's swim up and get some air. I do really like what they've done with the underwater biomes. I want to get some respiration gear and some aqua affinity stuff at some point so that we can explore for a longer period of time before our breath runs out. But let's go ahead in here into the captain's quarters, and I'm actually going to go ahead and chop this because I get stuck on these sometimes. I know I could just swim. I probably should have just swam, but recoup our breath. Head back down into there. What do we got? Nice. Okay, so we got some emeralds, some iron ingots. How does this, oh, you can just double click. That's right. Gold nuggets. A bottle o' enchanting. Alright, nothing great. Oh. Yeah, the breath runs out so fast. I mean, it's not like you can't survive for a while when it's out. You know, it's not like you have to worry about dying instantly or anything, but it's definitely annoying to have to keep popping up for air so much. It's nice when the shipwrecks are at ground level. Of course, they can always be deeper too, which is no fun. This chest is always easy to get because you can just stand in this doorway and breathe this air here. Can I get that? Hello. This one takes a long time to load sometimes, the one that has the treasure map in and stuff. Hey, okay, so we got a compass, books, paper, and a buried treasure map. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and swim up to the surface where our boat is, and we'll take a look at that treasure map. I don't think I'm going to go for it today unless it's really close by. If it populates with us already on the map, we'll go look. But yeah, no, our dot's pretty small there. So I'm going to save that for a future episode because I do want to get over to that dark oak forest today. But we will go after that at some point in the future. And man, our inventory is already pretty full. Some of this stuff we'll throw out, of course. You know, we don't need... Did I do that right? I feel like I threw the sand out because I was full and then it just came back. I don't think I lost anything. No. Some of the stuff we don't need. I mean, we don't need... Oh, those are actually really good. Well, I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at the Curse of Vanishing one. I was like, I thought they were both Curse of Vanishing, and I was like, oh, I don't need that. Projectile protection 2. That is actually not bad at all, and I didn't have pants, so that was the only thing I was missing, and now I do, so that's great. But, you know, stuff like Suspicious Stew, Poisonous Potatoes, I'm going to hang on to them unless I have to shed inventory, but, I mean, they're whatever. Here, we'll get rid of that cobblestone. Okay, so that was our starting area over there. And actually, I'm going to go back to land over here real quick just so I can point out what I was saying about the river. This right here that we're sailing into is the river that we were on earlier. And then it just kind of dead ends into this mound of dirt. And then it picks up super wide right here. So all we have to do is come back with a shovel and clear this out to make it connect through. And then we'll be able to explore along the river that way as well. So I'll do that sometime off camera. But it's going to be really easy to make this look like it's supposed to. Alright. Oh, and I just heard a zombie. So there's a cave there. If it gets dark while we're out, I think I'm actually not going to sleep through the night. I did bring my bed with us just in case. But I'm going to try and do some combat. I want to kill some skeletons. You know, maybe some creepers, get some gunpowder, get some bones. Right. So here's that dark oak forest we were looking at earlier. Dark oak is a beautiful building block. I really love the way dark oak wood looks. Both the logs themselves and the wooden planks that they turn into. And you can get a lot of wood from, like, a single dark oak tree can give you a full, like, almost a full stack sometimes. We'll see how much we get. You don't need to see me chop all this on camera, so I'll pause when I finish this tree. So place your bets on how many logs you think we're gonna get from this. I'm gonna guess. I'll guess a stack. I'll guess 64. We'll see. Okay, so not quite. We got 50. But you know that's a lot. That's a lot of wood, obviously. You know, you chop down one tree, you get almost a full stack. That's a good rate of return. Dark oak forests are one of the few places where I believe enemies can spawn above ground during the day because the light level gets so low. Because of the thick canopies. So that's something to watch out for. Yeah, they don't drop a lot of saplings. That's one of the annoying things. You have to chop down a lot of trees, but you're not guaranteed to get the 4 saplings you need to make a new tree. When you chop down a tree. Like this one hasn't given us a single sapling so far. Oh, well, okay. It's given us one. But, you know, it's given us 1 sapling so far, so it might not even pay for itself, so to speak. I'm going to let it keep disintegrating, and we're gonna keep walking. I'm going to dip inland a little bit now. We're basically going to try and do like one wide loop around our starting area. So I'll grab my boat since we might not come back this way. Yeah, and I do have room to carry it, which is nice. These mushrooms are always fun. I know a lot of people like to build houses inside of them. I've never done that. I'm not opposed to it, but you know, it's not exactly my aesthetic. It's a little bit too whimsical for, I think, the type of build that I'm going for, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, a tree like that height, might have a full stack in it. These are interesting. I really like that they added this biome. Okay, sun is setting, so we are going to start testing our metal. Let's grab these pumpkins while we're... Ooh, a lot of pumpkins. And horses! Great. That is actually fantastic. I didn't see any in our starting plains biome, so I was a little bit worried that we wouldn't have any nearby. And sheep. This is a lucky day. Pumpkins, sheep, horses, all things that I'm planning on using in our world. Let's grab these shears. And I'm going to drop some suspicious stew. And I'll hang on to that sapling. I don't think 1 sapling can actually grow anything, but I'll hang on to it. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. Like I was saying in some of the past episodes, I really don't spend a lot of time playing this game on normal difficulty, so being out here at night is like getting my pulse racing, which is kind of ridiculous. Like I'm sure a lot of you guys who've played this game a lot fighting mobs, you're just like, yeah, I mean, it's skeletons, it's zombies, it's easy mode. But just since I haven't done that a lot, it makes me nervous. But Minecraft is pretty at night. Hopefully the light levels are good out here. Oof, jeez. Okay, they've already started. Alright, Mr. Zombie, let's do it. Easy. Easy peasy. Skeletons, spiders. Whew. I don't see any creepers yet, so that's good. Back off, buddy. Hey, a donkey. Donkeys are great because you can attach treasure chests to them, and it's a way to transport goods while you're riding a horse, equivalent. So that's always nice. Hey, an Enderman. Did I look at him? No. Okay. I'm gonna grab my dirt. Oh, that guy dropped a bow. I don't really need it. Oh, and arrows. I do want the arrows. So Enderman, I know there's a way you can... They can't go 3 high, or they can't go too high like you can. So if you stand underneath one of these, and then you... Is he still there? Did I lose him? I built this for nothing. Alright. You still there, buddy? Mr. Enderman. Party of you. Ooh, creepers. Okay. What I was trying to do there was lure an Enderman over while standing under one of these so he couldn't hit me, but I could hit him. If I see another one, I'll try it, but our guy disappeared. Let's see if we can kill a creeper. So, back up. Back up. Don't blow up. Oh, man. I know it's 3 hits with the diamond sword, but they might have to be critical hits. I'll have to learn some of this stuff. You know, this is my first time really experiencing combat, so I only know what I've seen from other people playing. Ooh, I got a spider. Hey, hey, oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Back off. Man, I should have gone back to base to drop off some of my inventory. I'm gonna drop the dark oak sapling. I can always get those pretty easily. Got feathers, that's fine. I wish I could have gotten that Enderman. That's too bad. Because once you have an Ender Pearl, you can create Ender chests, and Ender Pearls are just one of the coolest features in the game too. Like, I don't know that I'd ever have enough of them that I use them willy-nilly, but it is cool to like throw them, teleport. Like, that is always a cool experience. Alright, so we're gonna keep making our way back to our base. I'm just gonna ignore most of these guys. I'll ignore you too, Mr. Skeleton. One of the things I'd like to do at some point is get a skeleton to kill a creeper, because I'd like to get some records. That'd be fun. So we'll try and do that at some point. So this is where we got our sheep in the first episode, I think, because that's our starting forest. I'll get this guy. Alright, come on. Come to me. Come on, buddy. Gosh, it is... Oh. What, you want to come onto the ground? You want to turn this into a sword fight? I think I need to... Oh, jeez. I need to make a shield at some point. Oh, God. I need to eat. I need to make a shield at some point, because that's going to make combat a lot easier. Oh, there's a witch there too. I don't want to mess with the witch. I do not like potion effects. Oh gosh, it's only halfway through the night. Combat is stressful. I'm not gonna lie. I find this to be pretty high stress right now. I mean, obviously I could just sleep and it would be over. So I probably won't spend a ton of time fighting just regular mobs outside at night, over the course of this game. But I might make a mob spawner at some point. I might try and get them that way. I know I'm going to have to deal with these guys once I start going caving, so that is what it is. I think I almost punched me down there. But, that's just part of the game, and I'm going to have to adjust to it. Okay, so now we're coming back over towards that flat area I was talking about earlier that has the, that's where I'd like to build the city longer term. So yeah, we've got this nice, like, flat area kind of nestled in this valley, which is really cool. This I could easily see having a little main street and some buildings on each side. And then you've got this cool field area that'll have farms and a windmill, and things like that. So I'm starting to sort of figure out what my vision is for this world. I'll do different builds in different episodes, but I want it to be spread out. I don't want everything to be too densely packed. So if I follow this along, this is going to take us back towards where we started. Let me go ahead and get another cow, because why not? Come here, buddy. This should take us back to where we started. Okay, you lay off me, mister. And we're coming up on the 30-minute mark, so I'll probably stop it there once we get back to base. But I just wanted to do a little loop here, so we can kind of see what's around us. I might venture off that way a little bit soon too, just to explore out. But I think it's just more extreme hills off that way. So we don't have like a desert nearby. We don't have a jungle. I'd like to have both of those at some point, but we'll have to venture further out, or do some kind of like nether portal thing if there's nothing close by. But I do like both of those biomes. A lot of our trees have grown. That's nice. And I really hope there's no monsters guarding our house. Nothing followed us too closely back there. But yeah, so that's been our loop. I'm going to run back upstairs, plop our bed down, and we'll take a break. No monsters in my house, hopefully, because it's lit up pretty well. Let's take our bed, drop it down, go to sleep, and we'll call it an episode. So I'll see you all next time. This has been Muddy Al Capones with our Minecraft Let's Play.